to another Tech PD. This one, we're going to learn about how to do the section summary reports in Infinite Campus. So here in Infinite Campus, on your main screen, now this is using the new look. So if you're here on Profile and you do the Try the New Look, I believe that this is going to become permanent very soon, so my instructions are going to show this new look. So make sure you're in the new look. We're going to go to Instruction, and then down here in the Report section we've got two columns, and one of them is the Section Summary Report. So you're going to click on the Section Summary Report, and we pretty much want to leave the report options the way they are. We're going to be doing the percent and final grade as well as the in-progress grades. We're going to remove inactive students, so the only ones we need are the ones who are finishing out the school year with us. I go ahead and leave all of this. I don't need the category averages or the class averages. We're just doing it so that Miss Lydia has a record for our archives of what all of our grade books look like. And I go ahead and I display the student name in mine. And the first thing you're going to do, come over here, is which semester are you going to be creating the section summary reports for? And then in here you're going to select which course. Now most of you only have one section for each period. If you've got a TA, you might have two. Because I'm teaching Plato, I've got about 19 to 20 each period. I've already done my period 1, so now I'm going to go and do my period 2. And this one I've only got the 2. I've got my TA and my class. So I'm going to select those, click away. It's sorting by student and assignment sort. I'm just, again, leaving all of these the same. I guess it's automatically set up for landscape. I'm just going to leave it alone. And I'm going to say generate PDF. Alright, so now I've got my section summary report, and it's got all the grades and basically my entire grade book in there. I'm going to click download. I have a folder in my Google Drive. If you do not have Google Drive for desktop, please talk to me and I will help you get that set up. But you're going to want to put it in Google Drive or some folder on your desktop. But I have my drive, and then I have a folder called Grades. And then for this school year, and I basically name them the school year, section summary report, semester 1, and then whichever period. So I'm going to click on here, because that's my first period, and I'm going to change this name so I don't have to rename it all the way. Change it to period 2, and then just save it. Alright, so now I've got period 1 and period 2. I'm going to go back through, close that. I'm going to change this one and go to my period 3. And just select all of your individual periods. Alright, so that's period 3. Again. And if I scroll down a little bit, you can see all the names of the students and all of the different courses. I don't usually check that, but if you have a student that tends to drop off from some of your things, you might want to verify that that student is showing. But for the most part, you just need to go with whatever the defaults are. Generate the report. Once the report is there, you're going to click this little download button. Hopefully you can select where you want to put it. It should remember the last location. Some of your browsers are set to just go to the downloads folder, and if that's the case, it's just in your downloads folder. I'm going to give it a name. This is period 3. Save. Okay. You're going to go ahead and complete that for every single period that you have. And then I will come back in a moment when you get them all done to show you how to finish those up. Okay, now I just finished downloading my last period of the day. So now it's time to compile all of those files that we just downloaded and send them to Lydia. So I am going to open up my file folder. Now if you don't have a file folder icon down here on your taskbar, you can opposite click here on the Start menu and choose File Explorer, and that gives you a file folder. And if you don't already have one here, I would suggest clicking on it while it's down here, and then right click and say pin to the taskbar, and that way you always have access to get to the file folders. Mine is already pinned, so it's asking me to unpin it. So there we go. Now, once you're there, you need to go to the folder where you downloaded all of the section summaries that you printed, right? So if your browser does it automatically, you're going to click over here on the downloads folder. Now mine isn't there because I created mine in Google Drive. So I am going to scroll down to my Google Drive. Here's my Google Drive, my drive, go find my grades, and this year, so I have a spot to put them. All right, so now I've got all of the periods, period 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got all 7. If you were not doing a long-term subposition, you probably only have 6 of the periods because one of your preps. And you're going to click on the top one and either hold the control key down and individually click all of them, okay, and it'll select each one, or you can click the top one, and if they're all alphabetized together, hold down the shift key and click the last one in the list. But you want all of your section summaries to be highlighted in blue. Now that they are, I'm going to right click on one of the blue ones, and you're either going to see compress to a zip file, or you're going to see save to or send to a compressed zip file. So depending on which version of Windows you're using, you might have this compressed to, or it might look like over here where you're going to say send to compressed zip folder. Either one, you're going to click on that, and it's going to create a zipped file in that same folder. And it starts out giving you a chance to give that a name. And basically it's the same thing, but since I have each one named separately for periods, I'm going to just come over here and remove the P1 from the name of the zip file because it's all semester 1 and all 7 periods are in there. But you want to give it a name that is unique and that lets Lydia know who it is. So notice my name is here. It tells me which school year, it tells her that it's the section summary reports and which semester it is. And basically that's what you want to have in the name of that file. Once you've got the name the way you want it, just hit enter. All right, and now I've got a zip file. Now if I double click on it, it opens it and I can see all the files that are in there, but that's not what I want to do right now. What I'm going to do now is I am going to go to my email. All right, so now I'm in my email program. I like to use the web version of Outlook, and I'm going to go look for the section summary report email that I got from Lydia, semester reports. Okay, so now I've got this, and I can reply to this. I'm not going to reply all because I don't need it to go to everyone in Barstow High School, but I can hit reply, and it's going just to Lydia. I'm going to go ahead and add myself so that I get a copy of it, and that way I've got a record that says, yes, I did send this to Lydia. And now that I've got the email here, if I do the ... I can see the message that's there. I can see this is telling me how to do all of that. But in here, I'm going to come up to here and click the little paper clip to attach a file. And I'm going to browse this computer. And I'm going to go find, now right now it's in the last video I did for making a Tech PD, I need to go to my Google Drive, my drive, grades, and 2425, okay? And notice now I have, it's a folder with a zipper on it, right? All of my individual ones are there, right? But here's the one that I zipped up. So I'm going to click on that zipped file, and I'm going to say open. Now before I do that, if you put yours in the downloads folder, you'll just click on the downloads folder and that's where your zip file will be. But I highly suggest you create a folder in your drive for desktop so that way you can access it from whichever computer you use. In case your computer goes down, you have a record of all of your files, and it'll be stored in Google Drive on the web as well. Okay, now that I've selected the file I want, I'm going to say open. Right. I've got Lydia's name already here. I've got my name, so I've got a copy. I'm going to tell her a message. Lydia here are my section summary reports for semester 1, 24, 25 school year. Okay, so now I'm done. I can hit send. Right? I can get rid of my search screen and go back to my inbox, and pretty soon I will see a copy show up that I just sent because I emailed it to myself. There we go. Here it is. If I refresh my screen, here is my section summary reports, and I've got that zip file in my email, and I have proof that I did send it to Lydia. Thank you. I hope this was helpful.